Next weekend, on the 18th of May, Poland will be voting for a new president. To find out who the candidates are and what they stand for,
To find out, we're going to take an online test. My wife sent me this.
I really enjoyed following all the content about the elections the previous weeks. My beautiful wife is Polish, so of course I want to find out everything there is about this amazing country, and I would really love to hear about your thoughts, experiences, or suggestions in the comments. Suggestions. Difficult word.
Okay, check your views. Start test, answer a few questions, and find out who you are closest to in the presidential elections next weekend. Already 2.5 million people used this online tool to find out who they vote for, which candidate aligns most with their views, and how does it work. There are statements on the most important and current topics in public life. How to complete the test. 20 statements. You get 3 different choices for each statement. You can have some additional help, I guess. And then your test results will be compared and show you, I guess, which candidate, according to the data, aligns most with your views. Okay, start test. Statement number 1. President's foreign policy powers should be increased at the expense of government powers. As a German speaking, it's more like of a representative role in Germany. And generally speaking, I don't think a president should have even more power. I know in Poland he has more power than in Germany, for example. So I would say I don't agree. Is it very important to you? No, I don't think so. I think it's not really any drama about this question. People who own several properties must pay tax on their value. Since I don't own any property, I can't really judge or like estimate. But yeah, thinking about tax, someone has to pay tax, so probably rent will be higher. My first gut feeling is I don't agree. Is it very important to you? No, not really affecting me. The president should sign a law reducing health insurance contributions for entrepreneurs. Reducing health insurance contribution. I mean, sounds nice. For people who start out and want to start a business, they should have the chance to do so. So I would say, yeah, sounds good. I agree. Is it very important to you? I think it's more like an overall question and not really too important. President should demand a complete rejection of the European Green Deal. I mean, yeah, I think I agree. I think it's complete nonsense. If you look at the energy prices, for example, in Poland or Germany, more like harming our continent than we benefit from it. And I think, yeah, this indeed is very important to not only me but everyone. So European Union should have less influence on Polish domestic politics. Yeah, I think generally not only Poland, but the European Union, how it is presented now, or how it looks like right now, they want to have a bit too much of a say in countries' politics, or like the topic of some unified army or something like this. I don't agree at all. Should have less influence. So yeah, I agree. Is it very important to you? I think so. That's like a topic which is very important also for the future of those countries. Abortion up to 12 weeks of pregnancy should be legal, regardless of the reason. I agree. I just agree because this should be up to, this should be simply the right of the woman to decide about her life as well, not only about the child. Is it very important to you? No. President should support the creation of common European army. Interesting. That's exactly what I mentioned. Support? No, so I don't agree. Is it very important to you? Not personally, but I think it's a very important topic right now, so I will vote yes. Poland should make further support for Ukraine continue on carrying out exterminations in, what is that? Some area? I think for this one we need some explanation. I know there has been some conflict, some mass murders at the border areas, now part of Ukraine. Okay.
By the way, one question came to mind. Did you or do you talk about politics in your family, with your friends, in school? Because I remember, that's how it was for me. In my family, and like my, let's say, childhood, people never really talked about who they vote for. They maybe talked about the politicians and complaining, and then they complained about how stuff was, but they never really shared like, hey, I voted for ABC. Hey, what do you think about this party? Who's your favorite in those elections? Let me know in the comments. How was it in your family, or how is it in your family?
Crimes were committed by units of the Ukrainian insurgent army. Many of the victims lie in unmarked graves. Families have not been able to commemorate them with dignity to this day. So the Polish side basically tried to go there and clarify this conflict. And I would fully agree with the last sentence. They also emphasize that the issue requires a delicate long-term dialogue, not issuing ultimatums. Yeah, so I also think there's no connection between the war right now and this kind of topic. So I don't really have an opinion. I think that's like a completely separate topic. All Polish citizens should undergo mandatory military training. So yeah, this reminds me, in Germany, I didn't have to do it anymore. But those people before me, for many, many years or decades, there was like the mandatory military service. Or as an alternative, you could do like some civil service, work in a hospital and or in similar facilities. And then they abandoned the whole thing and realized, oh, we are missing people in hospitals. We are missing people who work in those social sectors and healthcare. But if we're only speaking about military training, I mean, in a way, I agree. Everyone should be prepared in some way. So yeah, I agree. Is it very important to you personally? No, since I'm not Polish. And I mean, Germany is also talking about it. But yeah, I think this will not affect me in any way. So no, the state should build low rent apartments for rent. This kind of reminds me of the topic earlier about the taxing. In a way, yes, for people to be able to afford it. Then again, who will pay? Who's paying for that? Yeah, I think the housing market should kind of regulate itself. So the state should more focus on. There shouldn't be even the need for low rent apartments in the first place. Maybe I simply don't agree. Is it very important to you? No, I'm not personally affected by this. Christian values should be the basis of the state's social policy. I'm not too much into church, but I think they don't necessarily mean that. More like about family values, how you behave in society, how you behave towards your neighbor, different people. What else? I would say I agree. Is it very important to you? If we look at the immigration topic, especially, it's like, Poland, it's fine. In different countries, it's way worse. I would say this is very important. The cost of loans must be reduced, even if this risks increasing inflation. Ooh, difficult. I think I don't really have an opinion. I can't judge. I can't evaluate. I don't know about like the comparisons. I think I heard the Polish loans are like one or not the highest rates in Europe, but I can't really have an opinion here. All vaccinations should be voluntary. Let's phrase it differently. I think they shouldn't be mandatory. You shouldn't be forced to do. But thinking about, especially having an own child, which is under 1 year old, I think there should be some vaccinations you should do, especially those who are which are proven for decades. maybe not all. Is it important to you? Yeah. As a new dad, basically, that's very important to me. Not like too much into vaccination topics or conspiracy theories, but or whatever there is. But I think health is always a very important topic. Protecting freedom of speech on the internet is more important than countering disinformation. Protecting freedom of speech on the internet is more important than countering disinformation. How do I understand that question? I mean, we've seen recently I think in the news, always in Great Britain especially, people are getting arrested for posting some normal stuff, criticizing the government or something like that. I mean, disinformation basically means spreading lies on the internet. Like, yeah, taking information for an advantage. So I think they're simply both important. Okay, thinking about the question again, protecting free. No, people shouldn't be able to say whatever they want on the internet. So no, I wouldn't agree. Is it very important? I think yes, very important topic right now, especially following the news about UK and also Germany. People getting arrested for criticizing the government. The president should sign the law that takes away 800 plus from unemployed people from Ukraine. That's like the topic about Ukrainian people living legally in Poland. But I think most of them work anyway. I think unlike Germany, Poland is not really the country to give like many social benefits. So I don't really have an opinion. I do kind of agree with like the fact they take away like those benefits if that children don't go to Polish schools. So that's in my opinion good. But for this one, I don't really have an opinion. Health education should be compulsory school subject. Yeah. I mean, having an old child, very important, yes. I think simply yes. This should be very important. It's about health, biology, how does our body work, what's healthy, what's unhealthy. I think Poland is doing a better job there anyway than most countries, like Germany, my home country. It's in the state's interest to recognize all appointments to date as legal regardless of the disputes surrounding their appointment. Okay, I think for this one I need an explanation. Some changes. The president appoints the judges upon the motion of the national jury. Not gonna lie, this is I have no clue. I know there was some topic about the government like changing court and changing judges, and the European Union was pissed about that. I have no clue, not gonna lie. I know too little about it, and also the explanation doesn't really tell me much more. Poland should introduce a tax on digital giants, international companies conducting online activities aimed at Polish users. I mean, I can only imagine basically this means most of those social media, Facebook, Instagram, they're all based in the United States. And I guess because that's where their headquarters are, that's where they pay their taxes. So Poland doesn't really benefit from it. And yeah, thinking about all the foreign investments in Poland, I think the question is aimed at that one. But at the same time, it's like the housing question. If you introduce some tax, who will pay for it? Then most likely those companies will introduce like more costs, and this will also harm the Polish user. Yeah, so difficult to answer. I don't know. I have no opinion, really. I think either way, there's always like some kind of balance you have to respect. Migrants trying to cross the border outside border crossings should be sent back. Yes. I mean, what else? What else should I say? If they cross the border illegally, then they should be sent back. Is this very important to you? I would say yes right now. All of the talk about the immigration and the border controls, the new elected government in Germany also promised to tackle those issues. Yeah, important topic. Okay, last statement. The president should veto the law introducing same-sex partnerships. I mean, same-sex partnerships. In my opinion, it's not bothering me at all, not affecting anyone in a bad way. The only thing where I'm not sure right now is, for example, if it's about like children, adopting children, like 2 women or 2 men adopting a child, but veto the law introducing same-sex partnerships. I don't really have an opinion. Okay. And our result, Mr. Jakubiak. Okay, our result, Mr. Marek Jakubiak. I've seen him, but I have no idea who that is. I think he's not the most popular or like known, but I quickly checked what he stands for and what is his program in the elections for president. Security policy. Yes for compulsory general conscription into the army. I agree. For a period of 3 to 6 months. This should be obligation of every citizen, for both women and men. Don't know about the woman part, but maybe could split it like some social thing, like I mentioned earlier for the hospitals. For women, men can fight. But yeah, generally I think, okay, you can't make a weekend army. I guess he means he wants a professional army. What else? I mean, I would say I agree. History teaches us that Poland can only count on itself. I mean, I'm the German one in this video now, so I guess he's not wrong. Our military doctrine cannot assume that the enemy can only come from one eastern direction. We must be prepared for all possible potential threats. Again, the German guy from the West speaking. Yeah, he's not wrong. Shouldn't necessarily trust everyone. Yes, for 300,000 army. I guess that refers to the active soldiers. I'm not sure if that's much or not. I guess more than you have right now. Polish army needs 1,500 combat vehicles. I mean, why not? I know Poland invests a lot into its military, so it should also be represented by the equipment. Polish armed forces must be the strongest in the European Union. Well, I mean, recently Germany invested or started investing a lot again into military. So, yeah, but he's very pro-Polish. Why not? Good point. They should keep up the investments. Now about the economy. Funny enough, for the military 2, 4, 6, 7 points. The economy 3 points. No to the euro. This currency is a financial pyramid. Germany is able to quickly switch to its previous national currency, if necessary, because it has huge reserves, which only shows how big a mistake it would be to introduce the euro in Poland. I didn't know that, but yeah, I hear this from everyone in Poland. They think it's a bad idea, so I think I agree here too. The freedom of Poland is the Polish zloty because it's our national currency. Yeah, in a way, it makes you a bit more independent from all the other countries. Current monetary policy implemented by the National Bank of Poland under the leadership of... okay, for this I would have to know what this policy means exactly, but I guess it's, yeah, strongly connected to euro. So I guess that's fine too. Health policy. Healthcare system in Poland should be reformed so that doctors take care of patients, not patients take care of doctors. Okay, I'm not sure what he means, to be honest. Singapore should be model for rebuilding the health sector in Poland. Okay, again, how exactly is it in Singapore? I think this we have to simply check out. As Polish society ages, it will need more and more medical care. Yeah, I mean, both I think are important, both points. You need more medical care, like more doctors, more institutions, but also the quality is important. Oi, now for the foreign policy. 2, 4, 6, 8 points. President of Poland should pursue his own pro-state policy that will pursue only Polish interests. Yeah, kind of some Polish Trump. Polish interests should come first. I think that should be normal, default for every country. Yes to cooperation with the neighbors, but only on such terms that Poland is an equal subject of these relations and not merely their object. Yeah, I agree. I mean, how often do you still hear, or like, let's phrase it differently. Like Germany or France, they're a bit, in my opinion, arrogant. And they underestimate the position and the rank of Poland in Europe. President must create Polish foreign policy and not pat himself on the back with his German or French supporters. Bonjour. Yes, I think I agree. Poland should be proud of their country and not really rely on any German or French help. The first country, I think no one gives a shit about that, who he would visit, but would be the United States of America. On the other hand, that makes sense. I think it's your closest ally. And yeah, that's true. Like many, over 10 million people of Polish origin. So that's like 2 good reasons. Oh, this I actually agree. Strengthening relations with, I mean, Italy, I'm not sure, but Hungary, Balkan countries, Baltic countries. I kind of like this. That's how I see it. This friendship with like Hungary, Slovakia, Croatia, and basically all Slavic countries. Multi-vector foreign policy is needed for partnership cooperation with the US. Not sure exactly what that means. We must have our own strategic goals, which should be determined primarily by the security of Poles. I mean, it sounds normal to read that. I don't know what's there to discuss really. There should be the default mindset and behavior for every country, that their own citizens would be, yeah, the main concern, or they get the most care, interest, attention. Yes to the Europe of the homelands and the European Union in the 2004 model. No to, yeah, basically similar to the topic of like every country same currency, every like there's one whole European army. So he also against that, which I agree. Oh, that's a bit drastic, I think. Federalization. So this point basically unifying everything under like the EU means construction of the 4th German Reich. I mean, yeah, Germany's the biggest country, has the biggest population, so I can understand why people don't want that. So next up, oh, that's okay. We will manage. Energy policy next. Polish energy should continue to be based on coal. I think of a lot of coal, and why not use it? To be honest, all of the Green Deal and eco stuff is kind of, yeah, too much anyway. If you have to coal, use your coal. Should be all fine. Coal as Polish gold, raw material that would last Poland for 900 years. As I said, if you have the coal, why not use it? Yeah, wow, it's a bit dirtier than some different stuff, but why waste it? Coal is a clean source of energy that does not pollute the environment. Again, I think, what was it in some interview or some data? 7% of worldwide pollution is from Europe, and from Poland, how much is it? So I guess not really any difference. Coal is not only cheap energy, but also raw material guaranteeing Poland's energy. So yeah, I mean, independence. You don't need any gas or stuff from Russia. You don't have to behave like Germany and have some stream pipes blown up and shit like this. Second supporting source of energy in Poland should be nuclear energy. Nuclear power plants should be built. I kinda agree again. I mean, I guess that's the point of having the most percentage on him. I think it was a big mistake in Germany to let go of nuclear energy so quickly, and yeah, I think it should be used, should be utilized. It's a shame that Poland has not been able to build even one nuclear power plant for so many years, even though almost all of Poland's neighbors can boast of nuclear power plants. I mean, you have the ability, I'm pretty sure. And I think there are like 1 or 2 under construction right now. Time to forget about windmill madness. Wind farms, photovoltaic cells, an unprofitable whim. If you can make use of them. But I read one time, or like some YouTube video, something about those windmills, that they're also quite expensive, or you need some parts which are like also some rare materials. Yeah, and if you have to coal, you should make use of the stuff you have in your country. And maybe some solar cells and photovoltaic stuff can be used for like homes, but to power your whole country, yeah, to rely on wind and sun, a bit strange. Migration policy. Illegal immigration is a very dangerous phenomenon. Agreed. Transfer of illegal immigrants to Poland by the German police should be stopped. The scale of this phenomenon already concerns 10,000 illegal immigrants. I mean, I'm not sure I'm aware of the topic. You know, you see those police people drive into Poland and drop people off. And to be honest, they should also be arrested. I don't understand how German police can operate on Polish soil. They drive, imagine Polish people driving into Poland, into Germany, and dropping off people. There would be big drama about it. And the other way around, it's fine. No, this German police should be arrested, to be honest, and this should be stopped. We must systematically close, close and seal both the eastern border with Belarus and the western border with Germany. I mean, okay, eastern border, I think you have this wall already, and close and seal the western border. I mean, Poland is, I'm pretty sure, also benefiting from trade and for the border with Germany. So I'm not sure. There should be maybe borders. There should be controls. But sealing off, I'm not sure exactly what he means. Okay, cultural issues. There are only 2 genders, woman and man. I guess. No, I agree. I think everyone can be identified as dolphin, horse, whatever they want. But I think officially, woman and man, and everyone is happy. No to promoting LGBT ideology. I mean, isn't that basically saying the same thing? Everyone can be whatever they want to be, identify as whatever they want to be identified as, with, or he, she, it, them, they, them. I don't care. But it shouldn't, yeah. Ooh. I don't care. Like, everyone can be what they want to be. But there shouldn't be any specific mention, promoting, whatever. No to abortion. I mean, this is the first thing I heavily disagree with. Yeah, I think we had that point in the statements and questions. Simply saying no to abortion is a bit too easy. A nation is created by those who procreate. A nation needs children to exist. That makes sense. LGBT ideology leads to fewer and fewer children being born. This doesn't make as much sense in my opinion. Because, yeah, maybe it is a small factor, but I think finding out the reasons why women don't want to have children, why maybe they fear of leaving their career will impact their life in a bad way, stuff like this. I think this is has way more impact than any ideology or any other topic. Yeah. Okay, what are my guys' chances, Marek? What are your chances? So I think they did some chances. Latest polls. Oh, 1%. well, I can't vote anyways, not really affecting me, but I see we're on the lower end. All right. I mean, I don't pay attention to. I mean, no one should really pay attention to those polls anyway. Make your own opinion, make up your own opinion, and let me know. Are you happy with your result? Is it fitting? Does it match your expectations or your views and opinions about topics?